What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of KMS Reloaded. It has been a long time, and of course, the first time I decided to do an episode, my recap show, of course, recapping the Kirk Minifan show, I decide to start when there is no Kirk Minifan show, which makes complete sense. So I decided, if I'm going to come back and do this, what am I going to recap? I chose the Minifan Network show, I believe was what it was called, and the 3 producer shows from this previous week. The producer shows, like, to each his own. I love the show. I love everyone on the show, but those producer shows are fucking rough. Like, trust me, and I know what rough shit shows look like. The producer shows are rough. And trying to pull anything that this retard could mine from it was like drawing fucking blood from a stone. So I will try to keep this as short and sweet as possible, not to bore you any longer than necessary. To fill up a little time here, I'll give you my take on Laconia. I've been to one previous show, which was the Portland show. I kind of stayed down there for the whole weekend, just like I did this time. I really enjoyed Portland. I enjoyed the people. I enjoyed hanging out afterwards. Like, that was all great. I thought it was like as good as it could get. Laconia just blew that away. Laconia was fucking amazing. The show was, like, I thought the show in Portland was awesome, was amazing. Like, this blew it away. Every video landed that much more. It was a cool venue. It was like more, I don't know what the right word is. It was a more intimate setting, if you will. But no, it was really well done. Everyone crushed it. All the bits crushed it. I got up there, I think it was Friday night. I got up there. I was gonna go to the Mike and the Minifans, but I didn't want to be around booze. I didn't want to take the risk, especially if I was driving, get fucking hammered and drive back to the hotel room and get popped in fucking Laconia, New Hampshire. So I kind of told everyone that I was, too tired or whatever. But yeah, so I didn't go Friday night. Saturday morning, I went to Fun Spot, which was fucking awesome. I forgot how much I love pinball, so that was really fun to do. Ran into a couple Minifans. All of us had fucking the same black sweatshirt on. Saw that all weekend. Like everyone kept saying, we took over the town. And then I also went to the cornhole tournament, which I almost didn't go to, but I was glad I did. Ran into Mick and like John and Warren and a couple other people, which seeing them was really nice. Those are really good dudes. Got to hang out finally and meet Mama Kay, who is a trip. She's really cool. She was hobbling around with her walker, which was really nice to see. The fact that she does those disability races, I mean, that's really, I was inspired by her, honestly. She was great. And then to just see that show, it was just a really good time. I got to hang out at Montante's mansion like a fucking VIP. Like, wow, how lucky am I? But no, it was really cool. Got to see everybody. Everyone was really nice, as always. Everyone was really chill. And no, I had a great time. It's like, the only really fucking vacations I ever take is when the show goes and does something like that. So I had a really good time. I'm glad I went. And yeah, I'll stop rambling about that. All right, so that was my Laconia recap time waste. Oh, okay, so yeah, one thing about the show that was fucking bizarre. And I think I talked about this on the Twitter video that maybe like 3 people saw. But when you walk into the Colonial Theater in Laconia, it's this beautiful old building. When you walk in there, like at the stage, it says 1914, so I would assume that's the year of construction. So it's a really cool old building. And there's fucking Kane with he's live on YouTube or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, give me your impressions of the show." Like, as we literally just got our tickets scanned. I don't know. I don't know why I'm bringing it up. I thought it was very fucking bizarre. Kane's a strange cat, and he likes when he sees you. Like, everyone else is really chill, is really fucking cool, people that, you know, get nasty online when they see you, they're really, really, like, genuinely nice to you. But for some reason, every time that little fucking troll sees me, he's gonna say shit to me that he knows gets under my fucking skin. And it, like, takes everything I have within me not to fucking wring his neck like fucking Homer Simpson and Bart. Like, that's how I wanted to fucking react when this fucking cocksucker had to fucking just chirp a little bit. Oh, he annoys the fucking shit out of me. And it's not like I hate the fucking guy, but he just fucking annoys the fucking shit out of me, this fucking guy. It's like, keep your fucking mouth shut or fucking run it when we're not at the safety of a fucking Kirk Minihane show, you little fucking troll. And you know exactly what I'm talking about, you fucking pervert. God damn that fucking guy. Oh my God. It's like, well, we're going there to have a good time. It's not about you. This whole fucking thing isn't about you. Keep your fucking mouth shut or fucking run it when you're not fucking safe. Little fucking dweeb. Okay, so that leads me to stock up and stock down for the crew, the main crew. So Kirk Minihane, this guy has given a career of free content. 99% of the shit Kirk has done has been for free. Everything we've consumed, except for a handful of live shows and what, a couple pay-per-views or some shit like that. Anyone who deserves a vacation or a break, it's Kirk Minihane. Anyone. But, if I'm doing genuine stock up, stock down, and I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this ruling, but it's the rules. Stock down, Kirk Minihane. I'm sorry, there's no show. How can you be stock up if you're not even fucking working? So he deserves a vacation, but I was overruled, and it's automatically stock down, and there's nothing I could do about it. I tried fighting it, and there's nothing I can do. Stock down, Kirk Minihane. Like I said, I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. Coleman, huge stock up. Coleman did great, you know, landed a couple free throws to get the show moving, the live show, so that was beautiful. Huge stock up, Coleman. Justin, same thing. Got to hang around with Justin for a little bit after the show. Completely like normal dude, said hi to everyone, was really patient with everyone that, you know, had a million questions or wanted to fucking take a picture or whatever. Justin was really, really cool, so stock up for him. And that leaves us to Dave Cullinane. Baby Dick Dave Cullinane.
It is not a micro penis.
Dave Cullinane, stock down. Stock down, Dave Cullinane. When we get to the recap portion of the Minifan Network show, we'll dabble a little bit more into why I'm down on Dave. But there was another thing that I saw at the Montante's mansion that I was just shocked to see, and it was like big time Dave Cullinane when he rolled through. Like, Justin came in, oh hi, how you doing? But when Dave Cullinane went through, like, in his head, it was like the saloon doors, just fucking double doors swinging, just like open, and he walked in, he fucking popped his fucking collar, and he just strutted in the room, like high-fiving everybody, and like he thought he was the fucking man. I never thought I would see big time Dave Cullinane, but I did, and it was very sad to see. For him to act like that, it was like it was just nothing like I've seen from Dave Cullinane before. I was shocked. I was really shocked and disappointed, because like some people, like, hey Dave, nice to see you, and he just fucking pshed right by him. You know, oh Montante, oh, I'm gonna walk by the, you know, the Minifan who's traveled from fucking Alaska. Nope, just right by him. Like, he didn't give a fuck. Like, that's who Dave Cullinane is now. He doesn't give a shit. Which, it's sad to see. Big shot Dave Cullinane. Like, every time he walks into a room, he hears that song. Like, it just plays in his fucking head. He thinks he's the big shot. So, stock down Dave fucking micro penis Cullinane. But we'll, again, there's more to come with Dave. Fucking Kane, man, fired me up. All right, so producer's show from March 10th. My note for that is not much to talk about this episode, and that's being nice. And we'll dive into that more for the other two producer episodes. But again, in my opinion, I thought this show, I'm repeating myself, I thought all these shows sucked, and it was really hard for me to pull clips from, to talk about. The one thing they did say that was interesting, and they did like 10 to 15 minutes on it, each of the other two producer episodes as well, is about the studio redesign. I'm hopeful. A lot of the stuff, everyone, all the opinions you've heard, if you've listened to all these network shows about what people think should happen in the studio, like Menners is talking about like camera angles, and Dave and Justin were talking about like monitors and all that stuff. I completely agree. It sounds really good. I just don't have any faith. That's all I'm saying. I don't have any faith they'll be able to pull it off. I hope I'm wrong. I really, really do. Kirk deserves a clean, professional studio. If anyone deserves it, it's Kirk Minifan. And right now he doesn't have it. I mean, partly his fault for smashing the studio, but again, neither here nor there. He deserves a nice studio. So hopefully the guys can pull it together, but I have no faith that they will. None whatsoever. So we're going to move on to a show we can actually talk about some clips from. The Minifan Network show. I got it right. See, I'm not as stupid as I look. That's not true. All right, so, oh yes. So the show, how could I forget? The show starts off and we're already in Bitsville. Like, if you thought Menners wasn't going to lean into this, you were dead wrong. This is how literally the show fucking starts.
All right, are we live?
We're live.
We are.
I didn't like participating in that, but
He is so, I love Menners. He's been really nice to me, but he is so fucking dumb. Like, he is so dumb. Oh my God. To like think of that and then she'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Like, oh, of course you would, Menners. Fucking Menners, man. I really think he literally wants to be Kirk Minifan. Like, he literally wants to be him. Like, he does it as a bit, but it's also like a release for him, you know? I really, really believe he enjoyed that a lot more than he'll ever let on. But yeah, that's how the fucking show starts. So the guys talk about a bunch of shit. The guys talk about the whole Mick drama, which also developed on Twitter during the week, but I'm sure we're all familiar. I'm not gonna bore you even more with that, going over that for the 4th time on the 7th network fucking show. But yeah, so Menners then says this.
If Kirk were to start offering to pay third chairs, like Montante, what would you want to go in there? What figure would you say to Kirk? Say he comes to you and says, look, I'm not going to do this for free anymore. I'm going to pay everyone the same to come in. What would you want?
well, but just to back up before I get to that, the funny point is like Kirk handled it very well. I thought he was doing scorched earth. He was like, yeah, hand up, this could be on us. But it's funny. It's like if you go on, take the first step and be like, hey, Kirk, like, the gas tolls, this, that, like, I need $120 to go in there. The next show would start up. You guys wouldn't believe what so-and-so texted me.
All right, so this is my take. On its face, just on its face, the idea of Kirk paying morons, fucking half-breed, inbred hillbillies like me to go on the show, it's insane. That's stupid. Should never happen. However, when I wasn't fucking working like a bum, I was, just living off of selling my fucking house in Rhode Island, and I decided not to work for a year like a loser, I traveled to do the show. Kind of before it was cool, by the way. I was like one of the first losers, so I'm like a OG loser. Anyway, Kirk offered, he said, hey, you want your hotel reimbursed? I'll do it. I'll pay you gas, whatever. And I wasn't working, and I wasn't gonna charge him the fucking gas, but the hotel, it was like late notice, so the hotel was expensive. I remember it was like $200. for a hotel in the area, like with 15 minutes away from the studio. Like it was like a 2-day notice. So I was like, fuck it. So I submitted it to Dave. And Dave, I never heard anything from it. So I never heard anything from Dave. So I was like, okay, whatever. So then I went in. Oh no, did I delete everything? No, I didn't. Good. So then I went in again and I submitted. I think I brought it up on the show, or someone brought it up on the show, and maybe Dave did, to throw it in my face that I submitted like a hotel thing to him. I can't remember exactly how it went down. And Kirk explicitly told Dave Cullinane, and people can look this up. Maybe I'm fucking crazy, but I'm 99.9% sure this happened. Kirk said to Dave, if he puts through a hotel thing, a hotel reimbursement thing, put it through. Like, he gave him a direct fucking order. So after that show, I submitted my old one and my new one to him again. Dave's response to me was that he felt like I should look at going on the show like a privilege, which I do. And because I'm so privileged to go on the show and be in the same fucking studio as Kirk Minihane, that he basically wasn't going to submit it. And I dropped it and I let it go. So then you hear all this Mick drama about Mick not even being offered a ticket, and it makes complete fucking sense. The way that Dave Cullinane looks at people like me, and he's not wrong, mind you, but the way he looks at people like me and even people that do a lot more, like Mick, or all these people that are actually part of the show, because I'm not, he almost looks at it like they should feel privileged and that they don't deserve anything. They don't deserve to get a fucking ticket. They deserve to buy a ticket. And yeah, Kirk's ultimately responsible, but I think Kirk should be able to rely on fucking someone like Dave to have the forethought to make sure that all the people like Mick and Cinema and Coleman and this guy and that guy and Julie and Montante and anyone else that participated in the show is at least comped a fucking ticket. Or if they weren't planning on going and they were asked to be in the show, maybe they get comped a hotel room too. Who the fuck knows? But that's not a Kirk Minihane problem, even though he took responsibility. That is 100% a Dave Cullinane issue. Dave Cullinane is a fucking gatekeeping asshole. That is a direct Steve Snell, early KMS Reloaded quote. Gatekeeping asshole. And I also said about him once that I was going to get another man and we were going to pig roast Dave Cullinane. And I'm still planning on doing that too, by the way. So Dave Cullinane, stock down. What a crazy fucking stupid show this is. All right, where am I? All right, so then Menners is, the guys are blah, blah, blah and about other shit. And then Menners fucking drops this doozy of a take, which fired me up too.
Brando, who claims to be this amazing fan of KMS, had never heard of the Minifandom podcast that I did with all the interviews. He's going back through and binging.
Yeah.
So I don't actually think Brando's has been a fan for KMS as long as, I think there's a lie there, because there's no way you can have been listening to the show for 5 years and not know what Minifandom was. Like,
So cocky.
but it's true though. No, honestly.
I hate
That is a little weird.
I hate saying it. Better's actually right.
Yeah.
Like, you
No,
might
I
not
agree.
listen to it. You might not.
But you know what it is.
Absolutely fucking not. All-time bad takes from everyone across the fucking board. From everyone in that Coleman, Montante. John didn't really give his take. And from Menners. All-time bullshit, clout-chasing douchebag. And I love those three guys. All-time douchebag fucking take. All-time fucking hardo. Look at me. Fucking take. That's what that is. Over 100,000 people listen to Kirk Minihane show, and the viewership or audio, what do they call that? Download numbers for the podcast, like Minifandom. Like, how many people download and listen to that compared to how many people listen to the main show? What is it, 80, 90% of the people who listen don't listen to Minifandom? I listened to the fucking show forever before I even Googled who the fuck Menners was or looked any of those crazy people up. And now I'm one of them. Now I'm one of them. So don't fucking look it up, and you won't become one of them. That's kind of the key to this whole thing. But all-time bad take that because he didn't know about the Minifandom show, ha! Just kidding, Menners. I love you. But no. No. Brando's a great Minifan. Do not question Brando's fucking Minifandom. Fucking scum. I love all these guys, but they're fucking clout-chasing scum. So am I. I'm part of this fucking problem. I'm part of the fucking issue. We're all fucking scum. We all hang around in Montante's mansion like we're fucking cool. Like, hey man, like we're like the fucking VIPs of the fucking of the place. You know, Kirk's that guy, but we're like, you know, part of the crew. That's like the feeling that was in that house. I loved it. I was part of it. So fuck all you fucking, you know, people that were invited. Fuck you guys. All right. Oh yeah, so we also learned that Menners shaves his pubes, which I found, like, obviously it's disturbing, but it's also like thought-provoking in a weird way. Because like I was thinking of the process. Because I would imagine I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, small guy, small dick, whatever. I'm not going to say that. But usually, I would assume, I haven't seen a lot of penises. I haven't seen a lot besides my own. And I see that a lot. A lot. And I mean, I've seen Coleman's penis, but that's nothing really to write home about. But anyway, besides that, I would imagine because Menners is a smaller human being, he would probably have a smaller penis than, like, you know, Shaq or something, right? So, like, does Menners, like, when he shaves his pubes, like, I don't know. I have never really been a pube shaver, but, like, do you, like, stand over the toilet? So does, like, Menners, like, get a step stool and, like, climb on and, like, stand over the step stool, and he's got to balance over the fucking toilet while, you know, while he's shaving his balls or something? Like, I don't really know how he would do that. Like, even a trash can, like, he'd have to literally get a step stool so he could stand over the fucking trash can. So, like, I don't even know how he does it. It's questions like that that I just have, you know, I just want answered in life. Anyway, so the last clip for this show, and this fucking clip literally made me puke in my fucking mouth.
You must have been tempted to send Julie a message the way she's looking now.
It's actually absurd.
I told
Like,
Julie. I told
different
Julie,
person.
I said, Julie, I said, you do look great, but I'd fuck you at your fattest. So
There you go. There you go. There's your answer.
Like, you'd even fuck her more now, wouldn't you?
yeah, sure.
Sure. Okay.
I'm not going to comment on it. I'm not going to be rude. I'm not going to be mean. I'm just not going to comment on it. I'm just going to let it, just like, you know, gather your own opinions about that clip. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just not. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. All right, so this is where this show derails. Okay, so producer show for March 11th. For the first like 20 minutes, because how I do this is I kind of listen to these shows and I take notes of where I want to cut the clips. And then usually right before I come to film, I do all the cuts, so that way if I'm not putting the clips in my phone, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, I can at least, the clips are extremely fresh in my head. So I cut Menner's show and then the 3 producer shows back to back to back. And what's crazy is, like, the first 20 minutes of March 10th producer show and the first 20 minutes of March 11th producer show they're not the same thing, but it's like gobbledygook. It's just, there's nothing there. The producer show should really just be once a week. It should be 20 minutes. You know, I mean, what do I do? Like, how can I do anything with this? Like, I don't know. What do I do?
Like the people who are watching Game Time with Smitty or whatever, do you think they like what Clemmer is doing?
I can't. I can't. I'm fucking not talented. Like I said, I think I said this earlier, I'm half retarded. I just can't do anything with this. I can't morph that into anything. I just can't. I'm not capable. I'm not good enough. I'll never be good enough. These clips shouldn't exist. It's that bad. It's worse than this. And this is bad. This is really bad. And that's worse.
Just quickly, I just saw this right before we went live. I feel like Dave is pretty vocal. Dave Portnoy is pretty vocal that like it takes a lot to get him to travel somewhere, get him off his couch. I think even with pizza reviews the other day, I guess he didn't do a Thursday or Friday review. And he was like, I'm not doing them every day anymore because I'm not just gonna like travel.
I can't do anything with this. Who brings this shit up as topics? Like, if you have to do that, then you shouldn't do a show. Like, I know the irony in this statement I'm about to make, but if you don't have anything interesting or entertaining to say, you shouldn't do a show. And I know how hypocritical that is, but really, like, this show shouldn't fucking exist. Like, it should really shouldn't exist. And then it's like, oh, producer show March 12th. I wonder if this one's any better.
I would never have been able to build that. If he built that, that's pretty wild.
I mean, it's
that
just
thing's
a
heavy
square.
as shit.
Yeah,
but it's heavy as fuck. And like if he did the casters and
no,
stuff.
I mean, he did it all by hand. You could tell it wasn't prefabbed. He did it all by hand.
Right.
Right.
And it's not even a Tim issue. It's not even a Tim issue. It has nothing to do with Tim. I like the story about the desk. I do. I liked it. It was good. It was entertaining. But I heard it on the Manners show. And then there was a clip about it. And then he tweeted a picture of it, so I knew that he took the desk out of the dumpster. And then, how did you take the desk out of the dumpster? Well, I used leverage and I took the desk out of the dumpster. Wow, okay, great. Thanks for calling in. I'm gonna go into the studio and talk to the guys. Oh, hey, I'm Dave Cullinane. How'd you get the desk out of the dumpster? Well, Dave, I just got the desk out of the dumpster. Wow, that's great. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Kirk, come back. Come back, we need you.
No big deal, no hard feelings. Good luck. Fuck you!